Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Oh yeah, you know what it is. It's a brand new week, and what a great way to start things off. Usually we would have our guests on Tuesday, on Wednesday, but today we have to make a special exception. Why? He just got out of a locked-in taping. He's been out since what, March? But this dude has been making great films. Last time we had him on the show, it was about Reroute. It's a movie with none other than Direct Brilliante Mendoza and also Cindy Miranda. They were together here on the show, promoting it. And my goodness, great performance as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the show, none other than Mr. SID Lucero. Hi, Sid.
Hello.
Hi,
That was
Sid.
Lau. Hello, hi. That was Lau Fardo, ah. Brilliant is this one.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But,
No, okay lang.
it's a reroute. Galing, ah. Galing ng performance doon. Grabe, the intensity of the film. You know what I mean? And also, on top of that, you also had a film with Angelicang. What was
That's
the title
right.
of that one?
Silip sa Apoy. Yeah, that one was by Mac Alejandra. Yeah, that was fun too.
That was intense, man. Intense
That-
yun, ah. Grabe. And your co-stars as well, level up sila when it comes to it. But Sid, how you been? What's been keeping you busy?
I'm good, man. I just got back, like you mentioned. I've been gone since March. We just finished the taping the fake life, and like we're completely done, and we're like on the second or third week of airing pa lang. So that's a really nice, relaxed way of doing things. So I've been back like what, 4 days pa lang, 5 days, maybe a week. Yeah, quarantining. After the day, I see my daughter na, so that's it.
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Yeah, by
That's
the way,
right, yeah.
belated happy Father's Day. So it's a
Yeah.
great celebration,
Yeah.
for you guys. Sid. Na parang ganyan, sa mga buhay lock-in taping, how does it
Mm.
go? I mean, people talk about it when they guest on the show, but can you share with us? I mean, how does it go? You guys enter a lock-in taping, you go to a certain province, a location. How does the movement go when it comes to that?
Okay, nowadays it's kind of close to how I used to do it, and in fact, most people hate the system. Most of the people I've worked with, they'd rather go home and reset. But I'm used to it because most of the films I did were on location, and so locked in talaga ako no matter what. Only difference is there are certain rules that we couldn't break this time, like hanging out too much with in big groups and things like that. We first in the beginning we get quarantined. That 10 days. So that's 10 days you're just stuck in a hotel. That's without even shooting anything. That's just to get through the preliminaries pa lang yan. And then when we get there, it's tuloy-tuloy. We tape for like 3 days, take a break, tape for 2 days, take a break. And then that can change depending on if that day is a holiday or something happened, maybe change location or something happened with something, things like that. But other than that, I love it. I love it. You just get
It's sort of
bored.
like parang vacation then, no?
No, not really, because you can't really do much except for this one. The last time, because where we stayed was it was a resort. That was grabe. There was a lake. I learned how to fish. They taught me how to play basketball. There was nothing else to do, so I played basketball for 2 months. Marunong na ako, man. At 39.
Yeah. I mean, right smack in the middle of the Boston and the Golden State Warriors finals, the NBA finals. I mean, that's a great way.
I still don't know anything about that part, dude. I know how to dribble. That's a good start. Yeah, but yeah,
I mean-
it's basically that no matter where you go in the world. They even made a movie, a comedy like The Bubble, parang ganun. If you watch it, it's a nice caricature of what actually happens and the drama that comes with being locked in for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I mean, the drama of being locked in for so long, like, cause you know how when you live with someone, sometimes like for the first bit, there's an adjustment period. Is there an adjustment period na ganon din? Like, do you guys clash or anything?
Okay, I remember my first GMA lock-in. I had no roommate that was permanently assigned. So that
Mhm.
was difficult. Every time you're finally getting to know the habits of your roommate, he leaves and then
Mhm.
they replace him with a totally different character, either 10 years older or chamba na lang if you share the same everything or if kung huli
Mhm.
niyo yung kilite. But
Mhm.
that kind of tends to be difficult because you have you're feeling each other. You're feeling
Mhm.
out somebody every week. Parang ganun eh. But
Mhm.
then I think the productions they make it sure naman that you're comfortable with who you're staying with. Like for example, with that same show, the second time they kept me with someone who for the entirety of the whole lock-in, and it was someone I could jive with, and we could just like be comfortable with each other and be messy and whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, Other than that, okay lang. Me kasi I'm ready for that na eh. I have my
Mhm.
gadgets, I have my toys, I have anything that will keep me occupied as long as that'll keep me sane and on my phone. As long as there's internet, okay na. I remember the last time before locking into this one, I had to like I invested in like a really nice pocket Wi-Fi, but like the
Mhm.
really nice one that sends you like 500 Mbps. That saved me.
So take note, all right? So for those who are tuning in, we have SID Lucero. He's giving us a crash course, all right? The do's and don'ts of lock and taping. And invest on a really nice pocket Wi-Fi.
Oh
And
yeah.
everybody will be your friend,
Uh,
right?
Actually, yeah, we had to do things like this using my line.
I mean, you could imagine. And then for that, for 6 months duration that you were in lock-in, or is it
Three,
three
three.
months? Huh? 3 months. I
With a two
mean,
week break. So mga, yeah, two and a half. Yeah.
so pag sa character-wise, when you're submerged to your character, was there a time that you have to turn it off or talagang in character ka the whole time?
It's not like movies.
Mhm.
And I don't do it like before where I carry it the whole time. It's crazy to do it for TV. It's too long, and for a soap, the layers are too. It's too shallow for you to
Mhm.
actually take it that seriously. You're gonna go nuts. So it's more like a. It becomes more like a, how do I say this? It's like an exercise every scene, and then what the art is plotting and making sure that for the entirety of the show, your arc is proper. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, this time kasi we canned it and we had all 13 scripts before shooting. Well, half of it. So we and that usually doesn't happen. You usually get like your three scripts and then 3 weeks worth, and then next thing you know, you receive the script the night before you're shooting. Usually, at least the way I experienced it. And now it's
Mhm.
like this. So wala ka ng excuse. You have to be able to plot it out. But it's more of like an exercise than like a serious immersive thing. What's nice is you get to know everybody, and their little quirks which you can sort of play with and play around with during the
Mhm.
takes. Because it elicits emotions, and you kind of like press buttons because you know them better. It
Mhm.
helps, at least to
So
me.
Mhm.
it gives a personal touch, no?
Mhm.
When it
Yeah,
comes
yeah, yeah,
to, Kayla, gusto
yeah.
mo mag-artista? Parang ang hirap, no?
Grabe. Well,
Ang
actually,
hirap, grabe.
I wanted to ask because I mean, Sid, you're a veteran and like now at this point in your career, when you get, news that you're going to be playing this character, how do you even begin like the process of preparing for a project?
Uh, it depends on the project. Like if it's a movie, it's a totally different process. I take it a lot. I wouldn't say a lot more seriously because I take both sides very seriously. It takes a lot more effort on my part emotionally, and plus the things that I prepare for. Like if I can buy stuff for my character, I'll do it. For
Mm.
TV because it's much lighter, and I kind of take it. I base it. I don't longer you create a character in itself. Like I base it on what the entire show is looking for, based on
Mhm.
what actors are already there and what they're giving and putting on the table, diba? Because if let's say I decide to play it a certain way and someone's character is actually written in a way close to mine,
Mhm.
para mag it doesn't
Magsasapawan in a way.
yeah,
Mm.
mag-off siya eh. It has to be
Mhm.
balance talaga eh. So it's like
Mhm.
a band, di ba?
Mhm.
Parang
So, you have
ganun.
any
Mm-hmm.
tips that you could share, like for those who want to be an actor just like you, an award-winning actor, in that caliber? And is it taking workshops? Is that a good thing? I mean, is there
Yeah,
anything that
it's
you could share?
workshops. Number one, you have to really want it. Sabi, I know, I remember in my first workshop, Becca said that it's like, it's like 2% blood, it's like 1% sweat, and then it's like 97% luck
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
to make it really big. But if you really love the craft, you have no excuse there. You have no excuse. Anybody can learn it. I mean, you can't really be taught it. You can learn it, and then you have your own way of like figuring it out. Diba? You have no excuse. If you really, it's like any other skill, whether it's
Mhm.
an instrument or dance or, diba? Some people are born with talent. Some people are learn it in the process, and some people just lose it in the way, and some people hone their talents. It's you have no excuse. Like anybody can do whatever they really love, right?
And
Mm-hmm.
If they really
Sid,
love it, yeah.
especially like with you, you're from a course showbiz royalty. When you
Mm.
entered the industry, was there like tips that they were giving you? Oh, dapat ganito, or they let you like do your thing, and we'll just groom you from there. How does it go with the family tree? You know what I
We don't
mean?
talk about it ever.
Wala,
Oh,
wala.
really?
Never.
Wow.
We don't talk about work. Actually, if a family member happens to stumble upon a scene or an
Mhm,
episode or a movie, they'll say their piece. Like
Mm.
I remember my tita Gina telling me that she needed to that I could use um experiencing working with her. I could use that. And
mhm.
then I did more than that. I did an episode with her and I did a workshop with her. And then I figured out what she was saying. But then at the same time, it also works. Basta, ang daming.
Is it
That's why
hard when
we
she
can't
gave you
talk about it.
workshops? Ang
No,
hirap
no,
ba?
it's not.
Was there
It's not.
pressure kasi family member?
In the
Ah,
beginning, because it feels like anything I cough up is going to be crap. It's going to be crap.
ah.
It's going to be a lie. It's going to be not me. So that there's this parang, am I really doing this in front of you? God, am I gonna dance? I don't dance. You know what I mean? But then
Mhm,
after a while, you realize that you can do it seriously without the
mhm.
acting, even though it's not something that you're gonna do. And if you throw yourself at it, it's you can't, there's no fooling anybody if you don't throw yourself at it. Once you do, it's gonna come through. Eh.
It's the authentic
Mm.
as camera as well. It'll register
Mm.
in the
Mm.
camera how
Yeah,
authentic you are.
yeah.
Actually, I was gonna ask Sid, to you, what makes a good actor?
Ah, okay. For me personally, as long as the person moves me, I love that person already.
Mhm,
Mm.
Here, I'm kind of like I have some pet peeves here. I really hate the way we do our lines in the
mhm,
Philippines. I
Mm.
really hate this sing-song. Kuya, bakit kaya ganito? Ganun, 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 ganun. I really hate it. And it's something that we've been passing on from generation to generation. So that's a pet
mhm,
peeves. I always say nga, if you can find your own rhythm, if you want to go there,
Mm-hmm.
and make it your own, or like use your friends or your mothers, as long as it's real, it's not put on, then yun na yun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Pero masayang interviewin 'pag ganito
Diba?
yung boses. Oo nga 'no?
Diba?
I've
Diba?
realized that.
Diba?
Oo
O ano
nga
daw,
'no?
ano daw, sabi ni Direk, opo. O iyak daw. Diba? It's
Oh my goodness.
manufactured.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
You're learning acting 101. You're hanging out with Sid
Yeah.
Lucero. For those that are tuning in, once again, Sid Lucero goes all out. He does have a new movie. We'll
All
talk
out.
the foray into Viva Max, all that and more. We're going to play a song on air, but online, we're going to continue. Once again, if you have questions, do send them in. Kayla, what's the number?
Yes, the number is 0961 136 7931. You can send those questions over to our Viber and Telegram lines, and also lock in on Facebook. If you guys are online, we are currently live. So lock right in.
And I would Sid, as we continue on with the show, let's check out the trailer of the movie and, of course, the films that he has done. So let's check this out once again. This is Virgin Forest. Is this an original or is this a remake?
It's
It's a
I wouldn't say it's I guess it's a remake, but it's inspired by the first one because I
Virgin
remember there's
people,
one.
right? Is it
Yeah,
Virgin people?
Virgin Forest. Then there's Virgin Forest. And I think there's Virgin Island. I
Virgin
think
Island.
No, no, but that's a completely different film. There's also Virgin Forest, which is like I forgot who directed the original one, but it's like 1982 or 85 or something like that.
All right,
But
so let's check it
same
out.
storyline with like Brilliante's touch.
All right, here we go. Let's check this out, ladies and gentlemen. We have Sid Lucero joining us.
Ikaw photojournalist, kinukomission kita para gawin tong project namin Rafflesia. Si Roger, siya yung mag-ano sa'yo, mag-lead sa'yo. Lahat ng pasikot-sikot, alam niya kung saan yun.
Nawawala si Angela! Hanapin niyo!
Tulungan mo ko, Roger!
Bakit tumatakas? Ha? Ano?
Pinangako mo!
Ikaw ang nagdala sa lalaking yan. Diyan ka! Diyan ka! Sa loob!
Tulungan mo ko. Hanapan yung kapatid ko.
Takbo lang! Takbo lang! Takbo lang! Takbo lang!
Intense. My goodness. For those that are joining us, you do have Sid Lucero. We just watched the trailer. Right now, we are back on air, but online we continue. Of course, Virgin Forest, directed by Brilliante Mendoza. So, how was it working with Direct Brilliante?
Natawa talaga ako dun sa Sid Lucero goes all out.
Yun talaga eh. Yun ang ano eh. Yun ang ano natin. Kasi the show's called All Out. Oh, di ba?
I mentioned ay, nako. But it's always nice working with him. The first time I worked with him was I think 10 years ago for Captive, and then that came out in Cannes. That was fun. But then during that time, I wasn't aware of this world that he created, this style of directing that he does, and it just like it swept me off my feet, man. I fell in love with it, and but because it was such a new thing to me, I wasn't ready for this one. A bit more ready, a little bit more, but the thing was, a lot of the Viva Max movies, we don't really have much time to prepare for it. We're really literally thrown into it, and then boom, this is your world for the next 10, 15 days. And then but he's so good at doing it, and so it makes it more fun. It's like I said, this is like one of those, it's a movie, it's a film. I take it very seriously, but then the way it's put together and the time that parang bitten for me to actually like get into the immersive state and shit like that, and actually like free flow. And the thing with him, kasi there's no script. He'll give you a storyline, he'll give you an arc, and then he'll shoot this movie as chronologically as possible. So you're aging, and then you're weathering at the same time as the movie is being shot. And then we're just doing that every day, every day, every day. And yun nga lang, the dialogue becomes sort of like, where
Parang
do
freestyle
I-
kayo nun pag ganun. Sa
My
dialogue.
freestyle, yeah. But he lets us know. He goes, "Hey, I want you guys to talk about this, that, and this and that. Maybe joke about this. Maybe talk about your family a little bit. If not, if it comes up, if not, it's okay. We'll probably dub it in, getting again. Blah 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 blah." So, if you have like a cast of characters who've fully embraced whatever character they're supposed to be playing, it makes it much easier. You can't
Mhm.
make a mistake with what to say and what not to say.
Mhm.
Diba?
Now, Sid, for you especially, I mean, you've been doing this for quite some time, all the different films and everything. Can you say that the Viva Max series that you're getting yourself into, what kind of Sid are we seeing here? Anong side mo? Kasi nakita natin sa bad boy side mo.
Anong
Anong
trip
side?
mo?
Diba? Ano
It's
makikita
the romantic
natin?
side. What?
Diba? The lover boy? Ano ba? Ano
I'm a
ang
lover
side
and the
mo?
fighter.
Ang intense eh. Grabe. Yung, especially sa reroute,
True.
ang galing. I was so pleased with reroute. The way when I was watching and I was like, oh, that's it right there. I mean, when it comes to it, you know, at the end of the day, how would you want people to remember you? When the journey is done with acting, Hollywood-wise, everything.
Uh, I don't know. I think I'm okay. I'll try to answer everything. I think in terms of like why am I doing Viva in the first place?
Mhm.
Like, and it's tuloy-tuloy, diba? And the kinds of films is kind of intense and raunchy and steamy.
Mhm.
Why? Many reasons, dude. I guess proving a point to myself and like also an eye opener na rin to everybody, because you know how like we all have all these like career paths and like
Mhm.
a person does a bold movie and then she is a sexy star. But the funny thing is I've been doing movies with love scenes in it and a lot more raunchier and more realistic than the way Philippine our audience is actually accustomed to. But
Mhm.
I've never been called a sexy star. It's just
Mhm.
that I do independent films, and then after I've done all these like films in the past which actually push the boundaries of what people would consider something that they would do or what they would consider art or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
I was able to break into the mainstream through TV, but then it's kulang. There's this part of our industry which is like it's really hypocritical. Like they're censoring all these things, but then they're making so much money because of all these movies.
Mhm.
And for the first time, we actually have an avenue because these censorships can't touch. It's a totally different ball game when you go internet. When
With
you
the app
go,
and
Mm.
everything, right?
yeah, it's a different
Mm.
ball game already. So because they're not able to silence that, it becomes an avenue for these things to come out. Now there's two
Mhm.
things that for some reason that I like to talk about. They
Mhm.
exist because we buy it, and
Mhm.
we're gonna be it's gonna keep existing as long as we keep buying it,
Mhm.
diba?
So there's a
At the
market,
same
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
right. So at the same time, it's number one. Everybody has it. This is Viva Max, right? But at
Mhm.
the same time, we're also the society that goes, oh no, it's bastos, it's like
Mhm.
whatever, it's all that. But then we have this, and the reality is, it's like half the country is watching it, but we don't
Mhm.
want to talk about it. So this is one of the main reasons why I also do it, because nga, hey guys, we've been doing this since the 40s, 60s,
Mhm.
since the 60s. Why we what's happening
The
now, diba?
censorship, all that now. Now,
Mhm.
Yeah,
with
so it's a
Sid,
nice thing to open our eyes to it, diba?
like with you now, right? With sky's the limit now with the roles and everything. For you, with all of this, with the apps and everything that people could
Mm.
watch and
Yeah.
everything that the market is there, as you did mention. What's your dream role? What would be that
Wala.
one if you could design a dream role for you, Sid? Ano yung dream role mo na hindi mo pa nakakamit?
An epic fantasy, any character in there, probably a bad guy or like a fully made up monster. I don't know.
Mhm.
Something like that, like a high budget fantasy, like one of those Peke Galiaga movies back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like
Mm.
that. But I really don't have a role. I have a vision for what Philippine cinema should be, and after I'm gone, that's what I
Mhm.
have, and that's why I do everything that I can. Like for example, uh, Viva Max has a very, it has a they have a what do you call this? Like parang it's all sexy. We know that,
Mhm.
and that's what they what when you say Viva Max, people will think sexy films, right? And then a lot of the girls that come in here, they either really want to become an actor, and for some reason this is the avenue they stumble upon, or
Mhm.
they need it. And a lot of people, they go through crap sometimes,
Mhm.
and so I don't know. I just like making sure that nobody goes through crap. It doesn't have to be hell all the time, even though they're burying themselves completely already. And
Mhm.
it's more of like a shock treat therapy. Because I took like what a lifetime before I could take all my clothes off, and they're
Mhm.
just back. They're gonna do it because I don't know
Mm.
whether they love it or they need it. Or I've heard so many stories, and I'm just
Mm.
trying to help, man.
But
Like what you brought up, like
Mhm.
Angeli. When I decided to support her in this in Silip Sapoy, I knew that I had to support her through and through, give it all,
Mhm.
because this
Mm.
is her film and
Mm.
she's starting out, and you saw what she did for the film, right?
You did a
And
great. You guys did a great job, man. I mean,
it's
you
easy for
and
me. I'm a dude, but for the ladies, it's very
Mhm.
different. Diba? It's very different. It's
Mhm.
the
Mm.
exposure is totally different, and everybody on the set is like what we're like 65% male.
Mhm.
Diba?
Mhm. Mhm.
It's not easy. So I'll keep doing this until people want to work with me, and I'll keep doing this as long as the girls are comfortable working with me. You know what I mean? It's part
Mm.
of the industry, and I think it's time
Mhm.
for us as a people to like, oh nga naman, no? Why are we censoring this so much? We have so many siblings. We fuck all the time.
I
Sorry.
mean, when you do these things, Sid. I mean, we're live on the radio.
Sorry,
When we
sorry,
do
sorry.
these films, Sid. I mean, at the end of the day, do you want to see yourself in a cinema board? I mean, I know the family members are into directing. Would you want
Uh,
to get into directing to be more in
yeah,
control in the
Mm.
I love
future?
it. Yeah, I love that's the end goal. One of these days, I'm gonna make a film, and I don't. It doesn't matter. I even thought of like writing one for Viva Max just for the heck of it, if they accept it, diba?
Mhm.
I
Mm.
I just love the job, man, and I don't think I'm just an actor. I really
Mhm.
like making films, and it
What
just
do you
so
think
happens
is
that it's
lacking now in the industry?
the more government support. Like
Mhm.
Mm.
the I think the MTRCB is crap. I don't think we need it, and I think because come on, man, they're granting money to movies that haven't even been written yet just because it's going to be about this, diba?
Mhm.
It's dumb.
Mm.
Nauna na tayo ng Korea, ng Thailand, ng Indonesia, and they're doing so much better because they have government support. All the
Mm.
times that I've traveled for the country, we'll have
Mhm.
like more than one film for that film festival, and then in the marketplace we have a booth, but no one's there and it's empty. And then all the other third world countries, in that first world country that we're having that festival in, Bonga, everyone's there. They have like all the posters of Ong back and shit and all that.
Mhm.
But here they're missing the point that it's such a lucrative industry, and if you did just support it a little bit more, we'd
It could be
probably
with the
be able to
audience
make a
as
lot
well,
more.
right? It could be with the audience as well. If the audience would support it, get it out there to the audience, and with the
That's right.
quality of scripts that is
Mhm.
given, and
Yeah.
you're a great actor, and it comes
No,
with the right
it's there.
casting and everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
then it's there. Then it'll
Yeah.
be packaged well, and can't wait for the future projects. Sid, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Man, we could sit
True.
down here for the next 3 hours and
We
just talk
can.
about this,
I
brother. You know
promise.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Oh my
can.
goodness.
Yeah.
But what's in store, of course, Virgin Forest is coming out. When is it coming out?
I think June 24. Am I correct?
Mhm.
June
So this
24, I
this
think.
Thursday,
Yeah. Yeah.
Friday, actually Thursday midnight,
Yeah.
Friday.
Mhm.
And of course, for you, I mean, is there any more in store for you other than after this one? Are you going to be working on any action films?
Okay, well, right now it's just Virgin Forest on Viva Max, and that's on the 24th of June. And then
Mhm.
every afternoon at around 4:20, 4:15 p.m., that's the Fake Life and GMA Afternoon Prime. And
Mhm.
then about me, I'm online every day at Master Shido's Dojo on Facebook
Mhm.
every day.
What do you
And then I'm gonna
play? What game you play, man?
mostly FPS. I play anything FPS. Whoever wants to play
Mhm.
with me. In fact, most of the titles of my videos is tara, whoever wants to play. Whatever. Yeah. And then I'll play whatever you want to play. We'll play. Mostly Valorant right now.
But,
Other
okay.
than that, I'm just going to be doing more Viva Max movies if they want me to, and more things from GMA. As long as they keep making me do it, I'll keep doing it.
And we
Mm.
thank you for bringing quality acting. You know what I mean
Yeah.
to
Right.
Mm,
to everything that we see. I mean, with your work, and
Mhm.
it really resonates through the different projects that you have. And anytime that you want to promote, man, you're always welcome here on the Monster, bro. All right.
yeah. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it. I
much.
appreciate it, guys.
You got some shout outs? You got some shout outs, some friends?
I love everybody. Cheers.
There you have it. Thank you, Sid.
Thank
you
you,
have a
Sid.
great one, okay? You take
care.
care. All right,
Sige.
well, man, there you go. Sid Lucero, once again, Virgin Forest. It is coming out. See, you just have to support the films. That's what it's all about. And you know
Right.
what he was talking about with the film fest and everything, you
Mhm.
know, with the audience supporting the films, then it grows and it grows and it grows and it makes a better industry. What do you
Mhm.
think, Kayla?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have to support local. I know that we see these Hollywood films and we're drawn to them, but it's also so important to be supporting local because we have
Mhm.
so much talent here in the Philippines, so much that deserves to be seen on the world stage. So, yeah, supporting it starts from home.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to catch the film Virgin Forest that's going to be out on the 24th. Till then, my name is Chico Robles.
I'm Kayla Rivera.
That's been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX